welcome to your astrological natal progressed report, natal progressed chart report. This is the Peace Dealer, and I hope you gain the utmost of quality from this report. I love progress reports. This is really amazing, seeing that you are, in every sense of the word, a Capricorn super goddess. So I have to do a documentary on this generation of Capricorns because you guys have finally come of age. I'm born 1990 as well, but this is really beautiful. What we both have in common is, whereas I have moon on Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus, you have the sun there. So that is very, 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 very significant. And I have to give you a alien construct article because you have one of the most powerful spirits known to mankind. And now that you are of age and you have had your Saturn return, Saturn in Pisces is enabling you the ability to fully harness and control these abilities. The power returned Saturn Capricorn. And now that it's in Pisces, this is blossoming so that you can actually experience the nature of what Saturn in Aquarius manifested the knowledge of with our Saturn return. We have this in the third decan, which is the highest level of power too. And Uranus power can channel high frequency beings, Neptune power can ascend, and Saturn power can literally turn time backwards and forward. Please read this article. It is very huge to see that you have your placements at 27 degrees with Venus 29 degrees is this ascended beauty that you are a teacher of integrity. And we are both Taurus risings with MC and Aquarius. So I will give you the celebrities with MC in Aquarius, okay? Because we have the highest legacy. The reason why I have to say it like this is just to honor the level of what you are having to pioneer. Now that Saturn has finished out your 10th house and has, for the first time since you were born, constructed this level of your legacy. Relative to others who have already had their Saturn returns, Will Smith as an angel with this, Gemini rising, got his only Oscar when Saturn of accomplishments was on his MC of legacy. And, now that we're carving this through, we have done the work to now build the vehicle that will allow us to attain this. And I have to speak on this because your sun is 1 degrees Pisces on 0 degrees Pisces where Saturn is. So this is having you be aware of the portion of your own consciousness where you are ascending at the literal pinnacle of your being. I can't make this up. This is fucking badass. So seeing that your own legacy has evolved from celestialhood in Aquarius to divinity in Pisces is having you be aware of the dream world you're creating. And this is all as not only a natural queen, but as an instrument of Lucifer. Lucifer in astrology isn't always necessarily going to equate to this fallen angel. I will show it in the case of Kamala Harris because she has other aspects that denote this, but Lucifer in and of itself doesn't necessarily denote to the biblical reference of this evil archangel, which the Bible doesn't necessarily say that. The Bible will more suggest that Lucifer is really just an overzealous prosecutor. So I have to mention this because Lucifer will borrow this whole notion of not fucking with human beings, especially as a Capricorn being you being anti-individual. You're allergic to any essence without integrity. And, they're good and bad humans. People are really born in human form. But the way you might see this, a very good analogy with Lucifer is that, he doesn't, working with Lucifer helps you overcome pride and helps you overcome like the notion of really falling into temptation with egoic impulses and whatnot. But this also is a light bearer. So if we take it objectively, this with your sun in the 9th house being the light teacher, it makes a lot of sense that you're an instrument of Lucifer here. This is a huge deal. And then you have your moon in Libra. So you are the classic director of integrity. You teach direction and integrity. You are a lord because the lord of your ninth house. We're both Taurus risings, but the Lord of your ninth house, you are a conduit of. Whereas with me, with the Saturn in the ninth, the Lord of my ninth house, I'm a moon vessel of. So that's really the fundamental, unique similarity with you and I, except you have the super cap energy. I'm more individual with Gemini. So I manifest. That's why you paid me. I manifest Gemini. So I talk. You more protrude and incredibly represent this as an elite, incredible expression of the goddess. Literally, with the 29-degree goddess of beauty, you're one of the most beautiful people alive. And I say that especially knowing that Venus, ruling both of our charts, is in the ninth house of God and the teacher and ascension. And I'm very serious about this because Jesus Christ, your chart is one of the most incredible charts I've ever seen. And Capricorn women are some of the most fascinating beings I've ever had the privilege of even getting to experience, especially 1990 and late 80s, and any Capricorns born after 90s. Y'all are ridiculously powerful, and Saturn, Uranus, and your Mercury, with your ability to actually now process mentally all of this incredible power, which borders on telekinesis, matter manipulation, and all other sorts of stuff. You are now just starting to experience, because once Saturn finishes in Pisces, we have fully controlled our abilities. And now Saturn in Aries is now integrating this element of our karma so we can take over the fucking world. And this is where you in the ninth house will really teach how to now innovate these mechanics. So your chart is so amazing. The progressed moon moves a degree every month. And relative to you being born in Capricorn, at 3 years old, you progressed into Aquarius and became a celestial, being of knowledge. All right. You turned into a high queen. You had the new moon in Aquarius, and then you had the full moon in Leo 17 years after that, and completed Aquarius. And now you have started Pisces, and you're on the verge of starting this cycle with the new moon in Pisces. Let's now time travel, just like you have the Saturnian ability to do. And if we actually go into 2028, we're going to see coming into 2029, that's when you're going to have your new moon. When I had my full moon in Capricorn as a Cancer progressed sun, that was when I came into the success that I have, because that was the harvest. And now I'm getting ready to start a brand new moon in another 10 years. You are getting ready to start a brand new cycle of divinity, which is very advanced because you already had the new moon in Aquarius. So you moving forward. And this is going to happen 2029, where you're going to now begin to express the attitude and the open door of course, imagination to produce the effects of the knowledge you manifested from the incredible goddess level power that you are. And so that was just a sneak peek. Right now at 2023, you're at the end of Sagittarius. This is giving you, of course, the ascended understanding of your new attainment into this divine area, which is the creme de la creme and the heaven arena, before you now finish this ascended mastery so that you can become in Aries a new identity, a new persona, ascended master Katharine. Or that's just the title, right? But that's just the way to see it. If we look at your rising, we're traveling the same in rising. I'm 0 degrees Cancer rising right now, and you're 29 degrees Gemini rising. You are reaching the maximum level of enlightenment of your personality, and by the end of this year you will be a Cancer rising, which is a huge deal. So this is going to have your sun be in Pisces, while of course Cancers are rising, protruding you back into the ninth house, being a teacher of the divine, an ascended divine being. How badass is that? So as the moon moves every month, and we see that the moon progresses 22 degrees, in another 8 months, you will be in Capricorn. Moon and Capricorns are busy, and this is where you come into a lot of money and work. And this is what's going to really generate, as a Pisces sun, over the next 30 months, after 8 months from now, all your hopes and wishes coming true, because it's the 11th house of this, being aware of not only where you belong, but once again, inheriting this understanding of all these alien constructs relative to this extrasensory perception and divine awareness that you're stepping into. Damn, this progress chart is amazing. If we look at Venus, which is 29 degrees, it seems to have retrograded and is now moving back out of Capricorn at 23 degrees, ironically where my natal moon is. So this is what is enabling you to now revisit these lessons of your integrity of heart as you recapture the mastery of incredible beauty that you represent. Venus in Capricorn doesn't play. Y'all don't play with your time. Time is your beauty and integrity. So you always put in this seriousness and approach to not just dating, but your relationships. And I have to emphasize once again, as a 29-degree Mercury who is a master in communication, you having 29 degrees Venus means you are a master of beauty and relationships. This is beyond just outer beauty. Like the way you actually express this is not only a mastery, but in the most powerful zodiac sign ever. Okay, of all time, literally in real time. So I say this so that you understand the position that you've always been aware you've been in. And I hope that as a moon in Capricorn, this yin yang unison helps you bring this understanding of how much of an incredible leader that you were born to be. Mercury is now progressed into Aquarius, taking the grounded method of your processing ability. It's productive as all heaven, and has now actually put it in heaven so that you can now advance this practical processing into a cosmic processing that processes higher advanced knowledge in alignment with our North Node in Aquarius that is manifesting this destiny in the arena where in the 10th house, we're both meant to be famous. All right. This isn't necessarily in a socialite way. We are meant to now come out the Leo South Node throne to use our creativity to create a network that establishes in the 10th house us bearing forward this knowledge. If you think about what I'm known for, I am known for teaching 9th house of the stars. That's literally 9th house, MC in the 9th and Aquarius attached to the 10th. Our public figures are around the knowledge, science that we teach. For me, the science division is of astrology, the original science, but it is not at all limited there. So, I mean, welcome to the gang. But you, unlike me, where my awareness of this is as a messenger, okay, I'm a God level individual. You are a social goddess with an individual personality, bridging all three facets. So I'm more the messenger of this energy. You are more the conduit and awareness of this. So progressing through Aquarius had you literally progressed through this heavenly awareness that is so extraordinarily badass. Oh my God. And the powers that come with that too. Of course, with great power comes great responsibility. So now that Saturn is going through Pisces, it is anchoring, materializing the experience of the knowledge of the success. And now that Jupiter is in your 11th, it's evolving this reward from career and the transcendence of this sense of your identity. And now that Uranus is getting ready to go over your first, I'm 27 degrees Taurus rising, by the way. So for you with 24, at the late degrees, with this level of mastery enables all the houses to be shifted a little bit. But, especially with having Jupiter in the second, you manifest amazingly, especially with this in its exaltation. Anytime you kind of hook people up with this sense of comfort. And now Chiron here is going to challenge your vulnerability so that you really heal the need to. Okay. So personally, this definitely puts you in a position not only to represent all this, but just love 1990. Like, this is some of the peak energy here, and I can respect every year because everything after 90 gets advanced. Everything before 90 kind of sets it up, but this Saturn, Neptune, Uranus is a once in a lifetime alignment that procures this conjunction initiation of the advancement of consciousness. Mars, that was in Sagittarius, is now exalted in Capricorn. So this is taking the higher, big picture, adventurous, passionate nature of your action, and it has constructed the integrity with efficiency to maximize the power output of all the power you were born with. I hope you enjoyed this progress chart. You have just begun the Pisces progression into divinity. The significance of graduating out of Capricorn turns you into a TA, the universe's TA, the ascended masters, where you actually become an ascended master in Pisces, stepping into this divinity of consciousness. You stay blessed as always. And until next time, peace.